Sometimes we get stories like this, and it's a little bit it's a little discouraging. But, you know, I don't believe these officers were being prejudiced in a sense. But that's what it's gonna look like. And that's what I'm saying with us. We have a lot of work to do with in society because, you know, the mistake that's being made by these officers, they're they're a little off. You understand? And you guys will see why I feel like it's a little off. I feel like these officers, especially the job of being an officer, these little mistakes here, there has to be some type of training or some type of life experience that you gotta have in order to, carry out that job. I feel like because with these mistakes, it's a little off. Now, granted, nobody got hurt, which is good. We're always happy. Nobody got hurt. But I'll play the video, guys, and so you guys can kind of see what I'm speaking about. All right. Um, and leave your comments in the chat. I wanna hear what your opinions are on that. But nonetheless, let's get it going.
Home from school when she was detained and handcuffed yesterday, brought to tears over a crime she did not commit. Good evening, I'm Matt Mulcahy.
I'm Megan Coleman. Deputies held her Monday night for about 7 minutes, believing she stole a car. That child's mother is outraged tonight. She spoke with our Connor White.
With reasons, right? 11 years old. Keep that in mind, guys. Let's keep that in mind. 11 years old, okay? Arrested, held, well, I guess held in handcuffs. That's terrifying. 11 years old. That is terrifying for an 11 years old. And just that alone, you know, the story starts it's starting out bad. But let's hang on. Let's see what else happened.
He is live for us in Syracuse tonight. Connor?
Megan, Matt, that video shows that deputies were likely going to bring that little girl downtown until they finally realized that the suspect they were looking for had longer hair than the 11-year-old they had in handcuffs. A walk home from school interrupted by Onondaga County Sheriff's deputies.
Wait, I'm actually so confused. I'm scared.
A young girl starts recording after two deputies place her 11-year-old cousin in handcuffs.
You guys can keep going.
No, I gotta stay with her.
The deputies explain that this girl matches the description for a young person who allegedly stole a Kia.
Those are Pamo pants.
Exact same description.
Yeah.
The children repeatedly tell the deputies that they have the wrong girl. They're ignored.
Girl, you gonna tell me this ain't you?
The deputies insist that the 11-year-old girl in handcuffs is lying.
Yo, that officer said, "You want to tell me that ain't you?" I like it. I like it. I feel like, she should probably, that mistake here, she probably should have a better idea because it sounds like she's a little bit more immersed in the culture a little bit. By just the way she sounds. I don't know. I'm just saying, y'all be the, I'm not the judge here. Y'all the viewers. Y'all tell me what y'all think. But from what she say here,
Deputies insist that the 11-year-old girl in handcuffs is lying, showing them a photo of the suspect. When other deputies arrive and the reality of the situation sets in, she starts crying.
That's not her. Wait, can I?
This child's mother, agreeing to speak to the I-Team anonymously, is beside herself.
She no longer wants to walk to and from school anymore. That was the only freedom she had, and it's now gone.
Eventually, the deputies realize the girl they placed in handcuffs is not their suspect. One of the deputies seems to say that the alleged car thief they're looking for has longer hair.
I'm sorry about it, but you matched the description pretty clearly.
Okay, let's go, guys.
You're good to go, okay? I'm sorry.
Mom is not accepting the apology.
I can't make sense of it. I couldn't even finish watching the video.
so what happened, guys? Now that y'all seen most of the video here, I could kind of tell y'all. So what happened was the young girl is playing with her friends in the snow, like we all did when we was younger. the ones that live in areas that do have snow, we're playing the snow. We run outside when it's nice and pretty and we make a mess. So the young girl's coming home with her friends and cousins, obviously, and she got stopped and detained. So what happened, apparently, what was happening was somebody put out a call, right? That their car is stolen and a description which matches the outfit the girl is wearing. But they also have a picture. You're you're getting the issue here. You're getting the issue here. They have a picture. These officers clearly are not African Americans. Have a picture of an African American person and insisting the girl looks like the picture. Uh, granted, the clothing description was matched, but an 11-year-old does not look like probably a 20 something year old, 18, stealing a car. So someone stealing a car is gonna be, most likely gonna be 18 and up, Not that minors don't steal cars. They do. They do. But an 11-year-old most likely is not going to be stealing a car. So a few things happen there, a few problems. First of all, they're looking at this young girl and estimating she's probably older than what she really is, which is a problem, a common problem that happens when it comes to young African American kids, right? We all know that, it's all in the news. And our good friends that happens to be white, Caucasian, etc., will probably say the same, right? It's been happening. Now, on top of mistaking her for probably being an older person, they're mistaking the picture. Not all black people look alike, and I know that's a problem. And I know that's a problem. And that's something that's probably could be forgiven, right? Because if you're raised in an area where you don't see much black people, they're probably all gonna look similar to you, right? Great example, right? If you ever been in a school where there's a lot of, I went to a school where there's a lot of mixed race, a lot of diversity, right? And once once you're around a friend that doesn't look exactly like you, right? For a while, you start recognizing the distinct features. But until you spend that time, right? Until you spend that time with these friends, with these people or coworkers, you get a new job, you graduated college, you get a great job in a firm or company, and upon arriving there, it's everybody don't look like you, right? That's a common thing that it happens to us a lot, right? Most people don't look like us. And after a while, you start recognizing, because you're spending so much time with them, you start recognizing, okay, this person looks different from that person. This person looks different, because it takes some time, right? We understand that. Most people understand that. So that's probably the case. But in a case where in the case of being a police officer, and that's where the problem arises, right? In my personal opinion, I feel like if we keep running into the same problem, mischaracterizing or misaging young black kids, taking them taking 10, 15, 12, 13-year-old, 14-year-old for 18, 20, 25-year-old people. That's a problem. Okay. And also not being able to tell the difference in the feature and facial features, because as African Americans and black people and people from the islands, we can tell the difference, right? Because we're around these people. They're our family members. We live with them. We, since birth, we recognize their faces. We seen their faces. All good, right? So, but if you're not used to it, which is the problem, right? And you should get some training, okay? And some life experiences. So to become an officer, I feel like you should have some of these experiences, right? So you should at least work with some, I don't know, people that don't look exactly like you. Work with different group because work with different group of people, because we are in America. We are a melting pot. I'm from the islands. I got friends from Europe. I got friends from South America. I got friends from Asia. Got friends from, you know, the islands. So, and they all live here in America. So we gotta start paying more attention to these things, guys. So these type of mistakes, we could kind of avoid them. We could cut down on them, because in this case here, nobody died. Thank God the girl went home safely, and they recognized the mistake right away. But we all know in other cases, it's a lot more serious. So let's finish this video here. Let's see what the mom had to say.
So, even if it wasn't my child, I wouldn't be able to finish watching the video because that's not how you handle children.
Late this evening, the sheriff's office released a statement saying that Sheriff Toby Shelley met with the mother this afternoon. He described it as a productive meeting. They also clarified that the deputies, in their opinion, did everything by the book, saying that they are within their right with certain provisions to be able to put juveniles in handcuffs. We've reached back out to see whether or not there was actually a formal apology, as that was not clarified in their statement. Reporting in Syracuse, I'm Connor White.
Thank
And as I said, we're thankful everything went good, everything went okay. But clearly, guys, it went a little too far, especially with the minor. But as the police, the police, commissioner, the police chief there says, they operated properly. They didn't do anything wrong, which I also understand, because being a police officer is a very tough job, because you run into this situation constantly. So it's a hit and miss, right? You're not going to be perfect every single time. And in this case, let's be honest, they figured it out pretty quickly. Apparently it was under 10 minutes, and the young girl was able to go home. So we're like to shine, right, the light on this. And also, if we're gonna criticize them, right, for the mistake, which didn't end up being too grave of a mistake this time, but we also gotta commend them for also, realizing very quickly, and nothing terrible happened. And also, they also have to be able to do their job by figuring it out. So job well done. The job was done. So they figured it out. But the journey was a little weird. Not recognizing that was a little girl, and also not recognizing that picture probably was not an 11-year-old and didn't look like, I'm sure the girl was black, had black people hair and faces or whatever, lips, nose, eyes, facial features, but did not look like that little girl. All right. So this will this is something that we got to learn, and work on.